Hello again. This week we're going to look at taking a picture of yourself, sharing that picture, editing that picture, deleting that picture, and also I'd like to look at an app called PressReader, which is a brilliant app. It means that you can look at newspapers and magazines from all over the world for free. You have to have a library card. So if you've already got one, that's brilliant. If you don't have a library card, maybe consider getting one. See, maybe go on Google and find out whether the library is open, whether you can go in and get a library card, because it would be really worthwhile. So we'll look at that later. But firstly, I think we'll look at what the camera looks like on your machine. So here we go. So here we've got lots of cameras. And these are the buttons. These are what the buttons look like that you press in order to take a picture of anything, never mind yourself. And also there's, on a lot of machines, you can do things like press 2 buttons at once and it'll take a picture like that. But this is what you would be looking for if you were looking for the camera on your phone. This is what it looks like on an iPad or an iPhone. But there's all different ones. Some of them just look like camera lenses. So that's what you're looking for. So you're going to get that, and then you're going to take your picture. On this machine, the one that I'm on now, if I just get rid of that just now, there's a thing called Photo Booth. So you can take a picture of yourself with that. If you can't find that, if it's not sitting there on the bottom of the screen like it is on mine, then what you would do is you go into Finder and go into Applications, and it's in there. Yeah, so you find it in Applications. But I've got it on the bottom of my screen, so I can just click onto it, and it comes up like that. So, and I can take a picture of myself. And this one's got a 3, 2, 1 countdown. I'm just going to tidy myself up. I've got like lovely hair by menopause today, and I'll take a picture. So there we go. It's a hideous picture. Take another one. I don't think it's going to get any better. I can stroke my hair all right. I'm still going to look terrible. So let's do another one. So I keep moving while I'm. That's hyperactivity for you. So there you go. It's not a nice picture particularly, but it'll do for my purposes for just now. So the camera, if you're on a laptop, the camera is it's up in the top. Yeah. I should have done that when I was in the main view. Never mind. So I've got my picture. So I can do something with it. I've got this button with a little arrow on it. So I can press that, and then I can do something. So I can email it to somebody if I want to, or I could just add it to my photos. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've added it to my photos, and Photos is so excited it's jumped up and down with excitement. So let's go into Photos. I go in here, and there it is. There's my photo. So I can do a few things with it already from where I am, but let's open it up. So I've double clicked on it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it. So there's a button that says Edit. Click on there, and then I get all these options coming up. So I can change the lighting of it, or I can retouch it. I can probably, sort of small nose or something. Not sure why, but I could. People do that, don't they? They take their pictures of their pictures of themselves and then you meet them. But yeah, I'm not judging actually. If people want to do that. So, but this is what most people do rather than all this really complicated stuff. If you're into photography, you could really have fun with this. I could go for filters, and then what I can do is I can choose different effects that I think are more dramatic in this case, more silver tone. Yeah. So I can do different things. I can get different colours and choose one that I like better. And there's like myriad other things I can do. But I'll just stick with the original, I think. Will I go for that? No, I'll just go with the original. That's fine. I'm done. So I've done that. And then I can go back into the photos, and there it is. So I can do things with it. So I can send it. I've got it. See how the blue lines around it? I can do this with it. This is a little box here with a little arrow. This is a share, so I can share it if I want to. So click onto there, and it gives me these options to do these things. Again. Yeah. So I don't have many options, as you can see, because I don't have a lot of things connected to this machine. When I do Facebook or whatever, I do it from my phone. So it's not coming up there as an option. But I mean, I could just pick it up from there, so it doesn't matter. So that's that. But yeah, I mean, if I like that photo, yeah, just keep it there. If I don't like it, I could also delete it. So in order to do that, I can just go right click on it. I'm just clicking on the right-hand side of my touchpad. And then I'm just going to go delete one photo. And you can find it. So that's it gone. If I close the photos now then. So there it is, it's still in the photo booth there. So I still want to get rid of it then. So I can just delete it from there as well. Delete. I've got this one here, maybe I want to send that one to someone. No, I want to delete that. So this one's not so bad, I'm going to keep that one. So that was that. So that's how you take a photo on your machine if you need to do that. And I'll show you on a Windows 10 computer in just a second. So I'll stop sharing that just now. And what I'll do is I'll share an iPad screen with you. So if I go share, and then I'm going to use the screen mirroring to, that's it. So you should be looking at my iPad. That's not mine actually, but the iPad. So we're looking at the iPad, and there's that camera icon. If I come along here, it's up there as well actually. So I've been using it recently, so it's hanging about in the bottom there. So when I switcheroo, it just stays there. It's a really important one, so it tends to be somewhere where you can see it, like on the front page. So there it is. So I'll switch on the camera. Now there's this bit here. You can see now. It's just looking at my computer. But if you look at this little button here, it's a button where if I press that, it turns around and now it's looking at me. So I can take a picture of myself. So there's this big button here, and that's the button I would use. Or I could change it to a video or something else, but I'll do it like that. And obviously you can do all sorts of things where you can get a better picture. But I'll just, for the sake of our class, I'll do this. And it's not great because I'm doing it from quite low down, so I'm going to get this kind of real chins effect. But you know, I can just get over that, couldn't I? So it's going to be in the photos. So I'm going to go into the photos there. So I'll just go into photos, and there it is. So that's horrible. And there's another one that's a bit better. So we'll go for the horrible one though. So what I can do with it, again, I can do the edit thing. So there's a sort of button just at the top there that says edit. Yeah, so I can just press that, and the same sort of things come up, you know, although it looks different. But this is your filters, you know, and that's what most people use. So if I click onto that, then I've got this. I can just run my thumb up and down like that, and I can, or finger, I mean, I've gone for thumb just because it's easier, and I can get these different effects and choose one of those, yeah. So, and then once I'm done, I can just go done, and that's it, done. I've chosen that one. And again, I want to send it to someone. I could just press a button at the top, and I'll get lots of options coming up. For some reason, it doesn't want to show them on the computer. So if I, on the screen here, so if I just stop sharing that, and then I can just show you that what comes up is all your apps and things. So you've got Facebook, and you've got messages and so on. If I want to send it in a message, I could just click on a message, and I could just write a message to someone and send it to them. Likewise, Facebook or whatever, I could just I could just do that. So that's how you do that. And again, if I want to get rid of it, there's a delete button, so I can just delete that. It says delete the photo. Yes, I'm just going to delete it. And here's this other horrible one. Again, I've got this, there's a bin up there, so I'm just going to press the bin, and it'll just, and then it's saying, do you want to delete that photo? Yes, and I'll just delete it. Yeah. So let's do another share then, and get rid of that. We're going to go back onto the iPad again. I just had to come off to show you those commands because they just don't come up for whatever reason on the when I do this. So here we go. So I'm just going to use the camera, and this time I'm not turning it around because I want to come and look at this machine. So here we are. We're looking at it's a Microsoft Surface. So this is your Windows 10 machine or Windows machine. And what you need to do is come in the corner to the start button. And you want the camera. So you see it's under C for camera. Or you might be lucky, it might be over here somewhere in an app. But there it's not. If you can't see it, or you're not noticing it, you don't know how to move around in this bit here. It's easy enough actually, but what you could do is you could just go CAM, and I just started randomly typing there, and I typed cam. If I typed CA, it would have worked. Camera, yeah, and just click onto that, and it's opened the camera. And so there I am, taking a picture of me, taking a picture of me. So over here, I can show you, there's a take photo, yeah, and I've also got the option of a video. So I just have to click onto that. So I'll do that. I'll see if I can somehow take a picture of myself. So I'll just go click. So I've taken a picture of myself. It's not a very good one because obviously I'm looking at an iPad at the same time, but it's done. So that's that. I've taken a picture, right? So what I do now, if I just close that off, so I want to find that picture. Where's that picture? Aha. So if I go into start button again, you'll see here, there's a picture of a picture. Yeah, did you see that? There's a picture of a picture, pictures. Yeah. It's on the side, so if you come away like that, if I unclick, so it's away, right? Click it on it again. It's this bit here, yeah? So pictures, click on pictures. It's in the camera roll. So if we go into camera roll, we double click on it. And there's one from earlier. And here's one from today. So that's it there, yeah. And I've got it selected. So you see all these things along the top. It's got sort of options of things I can do. I can delete it or put it in a folder or do whatever, yeah? So if I didn't like it, I could just delete it. But let's just go into it. I've just double clicked on it, and there it is. I've got my picture. And again, I can do these things here. So edit and create. So edit. Yeah. And then we've got all these things we can do, but here's the filters. Like I say, this is what most people use. Go into filters, and you get all these different ones, and you can just click around and see what they look like. So, oh, very nice. Yeah, so all the different effects, quite fancy, isn't it? And then whichever one I do like, I decide upon, I could save that. So it says save a copy. You click that, and it's saved a copy. Hey, so that was us. Yeah, so we can go back the way. It doesn't have an arrow, but it's in that going back place. Yeah, see all photos. Click back here, and then here's all my photos all hanging out. So that's great, isn't it? So I can select the one that I just took and just changed. Yeah, so there it is. And then I've got these options again to share it at the top here. So I can, sorry about the wobbliness. I can share it, I click on there, and then I can share. Now it's saying it's get apps in the store because I don't have any apps connected to this one. This is actually my work one, so I can't do that. But that's what it would be if you had that. You know, if you were signed in on to Facebook and things like that, then when you went there, you'd have the option of doing that, of putting it onto Facebook or in a message or whatever. So close that off, close that one again, and then we'll remember any time that we'll want to find it again. Then we go into the start button in the corner, boink, into pictures, into the camera roll, double click, and there they are. And if I decide I don't like them, I can just go delete. And just select the one, just one click. I don't want to open it. If you want to open something, you double click it. If you just want to select it, then you just click it once. And then delete, and that's gone. And now nobody knows what horrible picture Okay, so that's how to do, oh, that's rather disturbing, isn't it? It's psychedelic, so I'll stop sharing. So that's how to do that. That's how to take a picture of yourself, muck about with it, send it to people, and that kind of thing. Obviously, if you've got pictures, the other way you can do it is like the way we did with the email, where you can select them from there. But I often find if I'm using my phone, certainly if I want to send somebody a picture, what I'll do is I'll go into the picture, select the picture, and then I'll get that share option, and then I can go and share it. It seems to be the easiest way to do it. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was Pressreader, the Pressreader app. So I'll just show you, if I share my screen with you again, I'll just show you what it looks like. In fact, no. What I'll do is I'll go in through the App Store. So this is as I keep saying, a Mac computer. So if I want to get an app, I have to go to the App Store to get it. Now, if I had a normal computer, a Windows normal type of computer, then what I'd do is, if I go to Google, I'll just show you. If I want to get an app, then what I'd do is I'd go to Google Play. So it looks like this. Yeah, so this is the icon you would look for on your phone to get apps if you've got Google Play. Or there's maybe some different other kind of store. But for me, it's the Apple Store, so it's this App Store. Yeah. So I would go into here and I'd search. So I'd go Press Reader. Yeah. And that's what I want to search for. So here it is. Here's Pressreader, and it says get. So that's to get that, I would just go click and I would get that. It would be downloaded into my machine. So, and that's because I've got an Apple ID. So if you've never got anything from the App Store or from Google Play or whatever, usually they try and get you to put in a credit card number and so on, and the rest of the details. But you don't have to. So when you're setting up your Apple ID, just skip the bit where it says put in my credit card details, or I'll do this later. Yeah, do this later. Unless, of course, you want to set it up so that you can pay for things with your phone and so on. But if you don't want to do that, if you don't want your credit card to be linked to your device, then there'll be a bit that says skip or a bit that says do this later, and it's fine. And then you can go in and get lots of free things, because lots of things in the App Store and Google Play, etc., are free. But you do need to have some kind of account, even if it's one where you don't have anything linked to it that you could spend money on. So that's what I would do. I don't have this on this machine because I don't read on this machine. I read on, I borrow my partner's iPad. And he's like, iPad, and I'm like, reading. So that's what I would do. I would just press get, and then it would download it in here, and then I would have it in here. So I'll get rid of that for the moment. I'll just show you what you would see if you open the app for the first time. Then what you'll see is this. Welcome to Pressreader. And then it'll ask you how you want to join. So you want to join with a library or group if you've got a library card. So library or group, so that's really important. So you click on that, library or group, and then you put in your library number here, the whole thing, it's on the, that really long one, it says L000, whatever, yeah, that whole thing in here, and then your 4-digit number in here, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever it is, yeah. Whatever you would use at the library, you would get you've got a PIN code, yeah. So the whole thing in here, and then the PIN code, and then click into sign in. And then when you do that, let me see. Right, hang on. So I've got ahead of myself there. So when you select library or group, what happens is this comes up, select library, and then you put in Aberdeen City. And then you click on, when it comes up, you'll see library, Aberdeen City Libraries. Click on that. Then you put in your library card number and your PIN code. So I got that's slightly in the wrong order. So yeah, select library or group, Aberdeen City, and then put in the details from your library card. And then you'll get something like this. Possibly, I think this is the old-fashioned way. I'll show you on the iPad in a second. Basically, you you'd maybe write in the name of you sign in, write in the name of the publication that you want to look at. So let's do that. Let's have a look. If I stop this share for a second, and then I share with you again from the iPad. So let's do that. Taking a wee minty. There we go. And so we've got Press Reader, that's the app. That's what the app looks like there. So click onto that. And oh, so it's showing actually what I've done. So hang on, if I come out of it again. So now the iPad's totally seized, that's it, yeah. So if I'm just going to get rid of that just now. So we'll come in from the beginning so I can show you the beginning. So if I come in, and this is what happens. It opens up like this. It's updating its little catalog there. And this is what you'll see. So you'll see all these things that you could do. We've got to, select the publication from the library. So we've got this button here, Browse, and then that's where we are at the moment. And we can do things like where it says Search Publications. I can just tap onto there, and I could put in Rolling Stone. That's what I've been doing the last time. So I'd only typed in Rolling, and you can see I've got these copies of Rolling Stone. I can just click on them. Well, let's click on that one and open it then. So I click on that, and now I can just read it, or I can download it. Now this is brilliant. So if I want to just read it, I just click on that where it says read, and off I go start reading it. Now, if I want to read it later, if I want to, like say I'm somewhere where there's some Wi-Fi, yeah, but later on I'm going to be somewhere where there's no Wi-Fi or it's not good Wi-Fi, then what I can do is I can download it. So I can use this button here to download it, yeah, and then I can read it later when I don't even have any Wi-Fi. Brilliant. So you can do it with the Wi-Fi off once you've downloaded it. So if you don't have a lot of Wi-Fi for some reason, then or you move between places where there's Wi-Fi and there isn't Wi-Fi, then what you can do is you can just download it. It'll download it into your machine. It'll tell you when it's downloaded, because you'll see the circle will go like this, and it'll gradually download, and then it'll go ding, like it's all, it's got a full circle, it's downloaded, and then you can read it anytime. But if you just want to read it, then you can click on this read like that, and it says order opening. It's very, very important, and it's doing this. It's taking it into the machine just now. It's like downloading it basically, and there we go. So there's Rolling Stone, and then I can just go in, and I can decide which bit of it I'm wanting to read. So now it's not showing on the screen. I don't know whether that's because I'm connected to Zoom. It's quite possible, but it's great. So you can just go through it and start reading it. Yeah, that's it. It just took a little while to load up, and then I'm just flicking through it like this, and then I can choose the page that I'm wanting to look at. So we're getting the contents and so on. Musicians in quarantine. So I can go in and start reading that, and it's brilliant. So, and it's free. So it's amazing, because this would normally cost quite a lot of money. And what I was doing there is I was going like this to make it bigger, so I can make it as big as I want. So if I want to make it like that big, then I can take it back down again, move on to the next page. Yeah, it's adverts and things. Yeah, so again, I can just like this, click on the bit that I want to read, make it much bigger so that I can read it. Okay, so like I say, that is something where it's such an advantage to be able to read those things for nothing. It means you can read all the newspapers, not all of them. There's a few I couldn't see, but all your main newspapers, all your main British newspapers, lots of different magazines, music, including expensive music magazines and so on, photography magazines, whatever it is that you're interested in. So I would definitely give that a try if you can. And also try that have a muck about with the camera. Get your camera, point it at yourself, take some pictures, muck about with those pictures, give yourself a laugh. I was mucking about the other day, and I was like doing strange effects so that I had like 3 mouths and stuff, and it was amused me greatly. But you can actually do proper nice things and make yourself look nice, which a lot of people like. Key thing is though, enjoy yourself, keep learning, keep trying. You've got Google, so you can always say, how do I do this on a Samsung or whatever? So you can have a bit of a muck about, but just enjoy yourself. I'm going to miss our little chats every week. But I'm wishing you a really great festive season and a fantastic 2021. So yeah, enjoy yourself. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you again sometime. Thank you. Bye.